I'm going to start by playing my sound bowl. Okay, that's to clear the negative energy out. For those who don't know, this is the Truth Untold 369. It's a podcast where we talk about basically what's in the title, the truth that's untold to us as a whole, the truth that's hidden from the masses, what they don't want us to know, but it's getting a little bit too late to keep the secrets in the dark now. I'm your host, ChiicoDank, and I want to start off by saying peace and love to all the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Okay, peace and love to all the blue crystal children and the starseed children. Peace and love to everything vibing high, including the human beings. Okay, peace and love to everyone. Now, what we're here to talk about today, I have it on. I got my tablet pulled up for us today. We're here to talk about the 33 spiritual laws of the universe. Okay? That's number one. Give me a quick second. Okay. That's the number one thing. Some people don't know what the spiritual laws of the universe are, for one. As you can read, what's that first line, people? For those of us who speak English and know how to read it, what does that first line say? It says, the spiritual laws of the universe are a set of principles that govern the universe's functioning and our lives. So it governs the universe functioning and our lives. That's what the cosmic spiritual laws of the universe are, the 33 laws of the universe. Most people focus on the first 12, since those are like the main ones, I suppose, but there's 33. These are considered your sub-laws. There's 12 main and 20 sub-laws. But we're going to go over all 33. Now, let's scroll down. Oh, let's continue to talk about what they are. So, these laws, they are underlying rules that shape our reality and determine the outcome of experiences. Understanding these laws can help us navigate life more efficiently and gracefully and live in harmony with the universe. Okay? So let's understand that, people. These laws are in place for a specific reason, a very important reason. And most of us don't even abide by these laws on a daily basis, yet alone even know about them. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to wake you up, teach you a little something. And then I'm still keeping the base level with you. I haven't even dug deep yet. So we're going to do that pretty soon too. But these are the 33 laws. And if you can catch a look at this is number 1 is the law of divine oneness. Number 2, the law of vibration. 3, the law of action. 4, the law of correspondence. 5, the law of cause and effect. 6, the law of compensation. 7, the law of attraction. 8, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. 9, the law of relativity. 10, the law of polarity. 11, the law of rhythm. 12, the law of gender. 13, the law of mentalism. 14, the law of correspondence. 15, the law of non-resistance. 16, the law of forgiveness. 17, the law of sowing and reaping. 18, the law of dependent organization. 19, the law of life. 20, the law of giving and receiving. 21, the law of abundance. 22, the law of karma. 23, the law of transformation. 24, the law of consciousness. 25, the law of intention. Stay with me. 26, the law of love. 27, the law of creation. 28, the law of empowerment. 29, the law of unity. 30, the law of purpose. 31, the law of flow. 32, the law of trust. 33, the law of gratitude. Okay? Now we're just going to go over the vibration law. Okay? I'm going to leave that up there for everybody to... I'm sorry. This is number 1. The law of divine oneness. That's the first law we're going to talk about. The law of divine oneness. What is going on down there? The law of divine oneness. That's the first law. Okay? Now let's go ahead and dive into what it is exactly. For oneness, the universe's first and most fundamental law, and is the law of divine oneness. This law says that everything in the cosmos is connected and that there is only one source of all that exists. This means that everything is interconnected and that what we do to one part of the universe, we do to the entire universe. So I'm hoping everybody can understand what that means. Because it's pretty much self-explanatory. So whatever you do, just because you think it doesn't affect anything else, it does. It affects everything as a whole because we are one. We are all connected. Now, number 2, the law of vibration. I want everybody to know that everything is vibrating, everything is moving, everything is never still. Everything just appears to be still. Cut it out. I have a dog named Onyx. He tends to bully the other ones just because he's like firstborn. I get it, but still, stop being a bully. Let's read what the law of vibration is. Hey, love. You made it back. The law of vibration notes that everything in the cosmos is in a constant state of vibration, including our thoughts and feelings. That's important for you to know. Your thoughts and your feelings are vibrations. Let's keep it going. The frequency of our vibrations determines the reality we experience. I'm going to repeat that. The frequency of our vibrations determines the reality we experience. So focusing on positive vibration is essential to create a positive reality. Do you guys understand what that means? I'm seeing if there's any snacks. And she brought some snacks. Do we have any cigars over there?
We should.
May I have one, please?
I got a free candle.
A free candle?
Mm-hmm. Like points at 252.
Oh, okay.
You thought somebody bought me a candle?
No.
Okay.
It is close to Valentine's Day.
I know, that's why.
Nah, we don't celebrate that shit. Not paganistic over here. But
This year round.
number 2 is the law of vibration, you guys. And as you can see, that's why it's also good to speak positive on people, think positive about people, and also don't feel no type of hatred towards anyone. It's all about love frequencies. Peace. That way you can attract peace and positivity into your life.
Your son being stingy.
Yes, I know that's down here, him down there bullying them other ones.
He's cradling a lovely little tennis ball like a baby. So. Oh, these smell nice. How about these new ones?
We're gonna go down to the number 3, the law of action. This is probably only enough for like 2. Ow. The law of action states that we must take action to manifest our desires, and that simply thinking about what we want is not enough. So that means get up off your ass, people. Alright? You can't just sit around and expect things to change for you. You got to take what? Take action. Okay? They don't tell you to sit around and think about your dreams. What do they do? Tell you to chase it. That's an action word. All right? We must put in the work and take consistent action toward our goals to bring them into manifestation. That is 100% facts. You can't just sit around and expect things to come to you. No. The world is not a genie. You can't just make 3 wishes and they happen. No, you got to go out there and make it happen. That's what anything you're doing with life. If you want to make it happen, go make it happen. Okay? The law of correspondence. The law of correspondence states that our outer reality corresponds to our inner truth. This means that the experience we have in our lives reflect our thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes. If we want to change our outer reality, we must first change our inner truth. That's why I always tell people, you got to go within to find these answers about yourself. You can't listen to other people. You can't expect to find your path through somebody else's story. You got to create your own. And we all have our own path in this life, man. We all have our own journey. And this pretty much states it right here. That last bar is important. If we want to change our outer reality, we must first change our inner truth. And that's just facts. We're going to go on. Law of cause and effect. Everybody know what this is. We studied this in elementary. The law of cause and effect states that every action we take has a corresponding effect. Our actions and decisions have a ripple effect throughout the universe. So it's essential to be mindful of our impact on the world around us. Okay? So that means just because, you know how when people be like, you can walk in a room and feel the tension? Okay? Just because some tragic event happened over here, some earthquakes happen over here, doesn't mean it ain't the same thing happening across seas. It's the simple fact that just because it's happening over here, it's happening over there. Next law. Law of compensation. Okay? The law of compensation states that the universe will always provide us with what we need when needed. I'm going to repeat that. That's important for you to understand. The law of compensation states that the universe will always provide us with what we need when needed. What does that sound familiar of? When you're saying a prayer, right? They tell you to pray to him and he'll get you what you need, but only when you need it. To all my to all the Christians out there. This includes material and spiritual compensation and is often called the law of abundance. Okay? So you're going to get exactly what you're wishing for, but only when you need it. You want me to spark this after I roll it?
Okay.
The next law we're going to speak on is the law of attraction. Many are familiar with this. A lot of people are familiar with the law of attraction. The law of attraction states that we attract what we focus on and think about in our lives. Okay? That's important to know. I'm going to repeat that. The law of attraction states that we attract what we focus on and think about into our lives. So whatever you think about and focus on most into your life, that's what you attract. This means that focusing on positive thoughts and feelings will attract positive experiences into our lives. Again, focusing on positive will bring you positive. Conversely, if we focus on negative thoughts and feelings, we will attract negative experience. So it's vice versa. So if you sit there and dwell on negativity all your life, guess what you're going to bring into your life? Ha. So I always tell people, that's why they always say, watch what you say. Or if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Hell, don't even think it. That's still some type of energy. Okay? And this is just a couple of the things we gotta learn. They don't teach you this in school. No grade have they taught us spiritual principles. Very important spiritual principles at that. Let's move on to the next. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy. And that states that energy can never be created or destroyed, only transformed. And I need you, Black and Latino, the God species, to pay attention to this one. Because this is what we are. We are energy. That's why you mustn't fear death. But just that first line right there. We shall not fear death at all. For we are energy. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy states that energy can never be created or destroyed, only transformed. This means that everything in the universe, including our thoughts and emotions, is constantly transformed and evolving. So some of the thoughts you're thinking about ain't even your thoughts. Just think about that. Let that dwell in your sternum for a little bit. Okay? The law of relativity. The law of relativity states that everything is relative and has no absolute truths. This means that what is valid for one person may not be accurate for another, and that our perceptions and experiences are reality are subjective, okay? So that means, like, basically what I'm telling you, just don't even don't worry about it. Go live your life the way you want to. If you feel like this isn't your truth. All right, so we're going to go down to the law of polarity. The law of polarity states that everything in the universe has a dual nature and that opposite forces constantly interact. What this means is that light and dark, hot and cold, and other dualities are always in balance. And we can use this understanding to create balance and harmony in our lives. That means male, female. You know what I'm saying? Not male and male or female and female. Just saying. You don't have a battery with a positive and a positive end going inside of anything electronic. It's always a positive and a negative. Even when you're dealing with aux cords, there's a female port and a male port that connects. That's with anything electronic. There's always a positive and a negative. But other than that, that's the law of polarity. Let's keep it going. The law of rhythm. The law of rhythm states that everything in the universe moves in cycles and that there are natural ebbs and flows in all aspects of life. That goes for you white people in dancing. This law does not apply to y'all. This law does not apply to y'all. Y'all have no rhythm, never will have rhythm. Okay? Y'all, that just lets you know. It ain't no rhythm for y'all on this planet. This includes the cycles of birth, death, growth and decay, and expansion and contraction. Okay? Understanding or understanding of this law can help us navigate life with more ease and grace as we learn to flow with the natural rhythms of life. As they say, go with the flow, or I go as the wind blows, or whichever way the wind blows.
Flow with water.
Yeah, or flowing with water.
Flow like water.
Flow like water?
Mm-hmm.
Flow like water.
Water goes in any direction.
Yeah, that's what a martial arts teacher would tell you, right?
Yes.
Yeah, something like that.
Kung Fu, martial arts, jiu-jitsu.
The law of gender. Okay? The law of gender states that everything in the universe has a masculine and feminine aspect and constantly interacts. This law is not limited to the gender of human beings, but applies to all aspects of life, including thoughts and emotions. So you can have feminine thoughts and masculine thoughts. Okay? And everybody knows about feminine emotions and masculine emotions. I'm pretty sure we could decipher the two pretty damn well. If not, then you seriously have a problem. If you can't decipher feminine versus male, especially out in life, they have female plants and male plants. Same thing with trees. We have less female trees. We have way more male trees than female trees. That's why you don't see no fruits in the wild like that. Especially not in the U.S. at least. They cultivated everything over here. But took it from us, cultivated it, and sold it back to us. That's how low in frequency we are. But anyways, that's another day, another topic. Let's keep on moving. Law of mentalism. All right? The law of mentalism states that everything in the universe is mental and that our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality. Okay? That can correspond with a couple of the other laws that we mentioned earlier, like the law of what was it? What was it? The law of divine oneness. And they also have, and it also corresponds with the law of cause and effect and the law of attraction also. But this means that the way we think about ourselves and the world around us directly impacts our experiences and outcomes. So however you feel about yourself, definitely going to rub off on other people. So you must not think bad thoughts about yourself. I think it's over there. Always try to think positive, but no matter the situation you're in, even if you feel like you're in a negative situation, always try to think positive. Think about the positivity in it. Always. You don't want to be dwelling on too much negative things, especially thoughts, mental wise. Law of correspondence states that the outer world reflects the inner world and that our thoughts and beliefs shape our reality. This means that our experiences in our lives reflect our inner state and that we can change our reality by changing our thoughts and beliefs. I'm going to read that one more time. I need y'all to really open your eyes to this. Our experiences in our lives reflect our inner state and that we can change our reality. That's all. Just underline, we can change our reality by changing our thoughts and beliefs. Wonder why they pushing religion on you so hard. They want you to believe in what? Something other than yourself. Never will I worship a God outside of me. For I am. Now let's keep it going. The law of non-resistance. The law of non-resistance states that resistance creates more resistance and that the path of least resistance is the path to success. That's why I always say violence begets violence. Y'all ever heard of that saying? I mean, you won't get nothing out of violence but violence. You can't answer the question. The answer to your questions can't be violence. This means that when we let go of resistance and allow life to unfold naturally, we open ourselves to more significant opportunities and experiences. Which is more like going with the flow again. Which is like the law of correspondence, like the one we talked about before. There you go. Let's keep it moving. The law of forgiveness. A lot of people need this in their life, right? It's hard to. A lot of people feel like it's hard to do this to your worstest enemy. But let's read it. The law of forgiveness states that holding on to anger and resentment only harms us. Okay, let me start this over again because I don't think you people understand. The law of forgiveness states that holding on to anger and resentment only harms us, and that forgiving others and ourselves leads to greater peace and happiness. I know it may seem hard to do, but they always tell you forgive, never forget, right? Yeah, this law reminds us that only one person we can truly control is ourselves. That deals with accountability, and that forgiving others is a powerful way to heal and move forward in life. That is facts. Actual factuals. Thanks. All right. I forgive people all the time because my heart's made of gold. But that don't mean take advantage of me. That I will never allow you to do. All right. The law of sowing and reaping. Woo! This is an important one right here. All of them are important, but some of them stick out more than others. The law of sowing and reaping states that we reap what we sow and that our actions and decisions have consequences. You hear that, elites? You hear that? The racist ones. For those who are racist, for those who have put our ancestors through pure hell. This law reminds us to be mindful of the impact we have on the world around us and to be intentional in the actions we take and the seeds we plant. That's another one for the elites with all the movies they make, the TV shows they make, the puppets they use, the medicine, the food, the things they teach us, the miseducation. The list goes on, but you reap what you sow. That saying will never grow old. And that just deals with whatever you put out there in the universe, negative or positive, it's coming back. Law of dependent organization. Law of dependent origination. Law of dependent origination. Here you go, babe. The law of dependent origination states that everything in the universe depends on other things and that nothing exists in isolation. So nothing is by itself, right? Nothing is one. Just there. It's always in correspondence to something else. This means that everything we experience in life is connected and that our actions and decisions have a ripple effect throughout the universe. Basically, what all this is getting at is treat others as you want to be treated and love everything. High vibrational thoughts and actions. The law of life. The law of life states that life is a journey. Life is a journey, not a competition or race. The law of life states that life is a journey and that we are here to learn and grow. This law reminds us that life is not about achieving perfection, but about learning and growing as we go. Gotta learn as you go. I have songs describing all of this stuff. Every experience we have is an opportunity for growth and evolution. So I always say, take heed to what people are saying to you, especially if it's some knowledge and some wisdom that you know that can be of some use to you, beneficial use to you, then yeah, take heed to listen to it. Because we're all students as well as teachers. The law of giving and receiving. The law of giving and receiving states that the universe operates on the principle of balance and that we must first give to receive. Okay, that's why I say you got to give respect to get it. All right? Everybody ain't just going to walk up and respect you. They don't know you to respect you. Who are you? Okay? This means that when we give ourselves through acts of kindness or material gifts, we open ourselves up to a greater abundance and joy. There you go. Okay? A lot of people get this confused though. They feel like if you give to them enough times, then they feel like they're always likely to receive something from you. Or that's more so talking about a leech or like somebody who always got their hand out, right? The law of giving and receiving. So you gotta be careful with that. For giving and receiving. Can't always accept the gifts either. You know what I'm saying? That's the tricky ones. Giving it ain't so bad. Giving gifts ain't so bad. Because you know you're going to get it in return if you give out of love. But if you're receiving something, it can have so much hatred on that package. Be fucked up. Law of abundance. The law of abundance states that there is always enough, and that the universe will always provide us with what we need when we need it. Okay? This law reminds us that we are never alone and that the universe is always working in our favor, providing us with the necessary resources to fulfill our needs and desires. That means we need to eat off the land. Get back to our roots with nature instead of depending on the government to support us. Our own police force don't even support us. They don't govern us. They treat us like this, like our homes are FEMA camps. We already taking Big Pharma with open arms, taking their pills and medicines, thinking it's going to heal us, when Dr. Sebi already proved this, and Yaki the Healer is proving this. Yada Awakening is proving this. That we don't need nothing of their diets to survive and eat healthy. It's already been here. They just poisoned everything. But we got to get back. The law of karma. This is an important one. The law of karma states that every action we take has a corresponding reaction and that our life experience reflects our past efforts. This law reminds us to be mindful of our impact on the world around us and make choices that reflect our highest values and aspirations in a positive way. So be careful if you're dealing with like witchcraft, voodoo, hoodoo, that type of stuff. Be careful of what you wish upon people, what you say to people, how you treat people, because it's all karma. It's all due to come back. Like there's no running from it. That's how energy works. The law of transformation. The law of transformation states that everything in the universe is in a constant state of change and that we are constantly evolving and transforming. This law reminds us that change is a natural part of life and that we should embrace it with openness and curiosity. That's why it's always better for you to change than to be like, I'm going to be the same person from here on in. I'm going to be the same. No. Change is always good, especially if you change it for the better. Mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. On all levels. Okay? The law of consciousness. The law of consciousness states that our level of consciousness determines the reality we experience. And that the more conscious we are, the more control we have over our lives. How many of you understand what that is? I'm going to explain it to you. It reminds us that we have the power to shape our reality by becoming more aware and conscious of our thoughts and beliefs. So, I should tell you people, you might want to get in tune with balancing out those chakras. Because raising your kundalini energy is the only way you're going to get to a higher consciousness. Meditation, breath work, shadow work, yoga, crystals. But the important ones are meditation. That meditation and pranayama, pranayama, breath work, exercising your breath, pranayama. I'm not sure if I'm saying it right or slaughtering the hell out of that word, but I'm going to just say praya for short. Prana. All right. The next one is the law of intention. The law of intention states that our choices have a powerful impact on the world around us and that we focus, and what we focus on expands. This law reminds us to be intentional in our thoughts and actions and focus on what we want to create. Okay? So whatever you want out of life, focus on it with intention. Don't half-ass it. There you go, love. And then the law of love. The law of love states that love is the most potent force in the universe and can heal and transform our lives. This law reminds us to cultivate love and compassion and extend it to others in the world around us. Do unto others as you want others to do unto you. That's in the Holy Bible. They don't state it like that. But that's basically what that is. The law of creation is next. Okay. The law of creation states that we are all creators and have the power to shape our reality through our thoughts, belief, and actions. Let me repeat that por favor. Okay? The law of creation states that we are all creators and have the power to shape our reality through our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Okay? This law reminds us that we can create our own lives and are not at the mercy of external circumstances. It's deep. All right. Let's keep it moving. Law of empowerment. The law of empowerment states that we are all powerful beings. Whoa. The law of empowerment. Let me repeat the por favor. The law of empowerment states that we are all powerful beings capable of creating our desired lives. Sort of like it corresponds with the law of creation that we just talked about. This law reminds us that you have the power to shape our reality, that we have the power to shape our reality, and that we should never underestimate our own abilities. So always have faith and belief in yourself, first and foremost. All right? Because you have the power to create and change anything you want to in your life, if you have belief in yourself. Let's keep it moving. The law of unity. The law of unity means that everything in the universe is connected and that there is only one source of all that exists. Okay? This law reminds us that we are all part of the same universal consciousness and that our actions and decisions impact ourselves and the entire universe. Okay? So that's why we must change as a whole. It's not just going to take one person here and there and there and there and there. No, it takes everybody as a whole for a complete change to happen. Okay, the law of purpose. The law of purpose states that we are all here for a reason and have a unique life mission and purpose. Okay? Or a soul contract. This law reminds us to seek out our own purpose and live our lives aligning with our highest values and aspirations. And when they say highest values and aspirations, they mean that in the most positive way that they can speak of. So whatever you love to do, simply do that. Whatever brings you the most happiness, do that. The law of flow. The law of flow states that life is a journey and that we should embrace the natural flow of life, then resist it. Go with the flow. Go with the flow. This law reminds us to go with the flow and to trust that life will unfold as it should. So go with the flow and don't question it, whether it's your up or down. The law of trust. The law of trust states that we should trust the universe and our abilities and that everything will work out for the best. This law reminds us to have faith and trust that everything will unfold as it should. Sort of corresponds with the law of flow that we just touched on. So some of these all of these pretty much go hand in hand. But they're different on minuscule levels. The law of gratitude, okay? This is the last one, I think. The law of gratitude states that gratitude is key to abundance and happiness, and that by focusing on what we are grateful for, we attract more of it into our lives. This law reminds us to be thankful for what we have and to cultivate a grateful heart. Everybody done heard that saying before. Be grateful for what you got. Like, they always refer to people who's an amputee or something. We ain't talking about the shoes on your feet. Be grateful you got feet. You're like, damn. Okay. That's your laws, people. The 33 spiritual laws of the universe. And these are laws. These are the laws we just need to abide by or try to live by if you would like a better life. Because this is about energy. The law of correspondence. The law of cause and effect. This is all about energy. And the energy that you put out into the world through your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, your actions. That's what this is all about. What you putting out into the world. Reciprocation of energy. That's all it is. Reciprocation of energy. The 33 spiritual laws of the universe. Okay? Now, I'm just looking back through them. For a couple that stand out. This one stood out. This one right here. The law of life. Because we are here to learn and to grow. That's all. But what they're teaching us, utter bullshit. So how can we grow from that? We only can grow as if we go within ourselves and learn. That's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for, to wake you guys up. Teach you guys about the knowledge you don't know. The untold truth. Now, catch me on my next episode. But this is the end of this one. Pretty much all I have to talk about today. So, peace and love.